everybody. How are you guys doing?
Happy Thursday.
So
Welcome
happy to have you guys
Hot
here.
Topics. We are so happy to welcome our Facebook Live audience. We have a lot of ground to cover today. Brenda, how long before we get on the radio proper? Are we under a minute?
You know how I love to
she's
do the
gonna
countdown. I was like 38, 37 seconds.
You're like, this is the couponer's version of Sesame Street, right? I keep expecting you to go 6. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, we can start doing that.
We can. It can be our new trend.
Yes.
Yay. All right. Well, while we have our final seconds before we go on air and give you a really quick introduction to some of the people you're going to be seeing today, we have somebody here from the Center of Advanced Wellness, and you guys have heard us talk about them week in and week out on the radio.
12, 11,
We're going to talk
10.
more about what they do and how you can start setting yourself up serious savings and serious health benefits in just a couple of seconds.
All right, here we go. 2, 1.
Happy Thursday
Hey,
and happy
everybody.
noon, everybody. Welcome to
Happy
Saving Our
Thursday.
Ways Hot Topics. You are here with Brenda and Jen. Miss Brenda, tell everybody your website real quick.
Hey everyone, how are you doing? It is savingourway.com for all the hottest deals. Okay, Jen's too. JenniferSaves.com.
I was like, do it like a jingle because you were like savingourway.com. And I was like, dun dun.
Yes. So excited that you guys are here with us. Now, this is our, oh my God, what is it, Jen? 5th show?
I think
6th
so.
show?
5th or 6th show, yeah. Get
Yes.
into a rhythm here.
Oh my God, I know you guys on the radio can't see this, but high five.
Woo-hoo.
High five, yes.
Right over here.
Yes, right over here, girl. Thank you for coming in. Oh my God, do we have a show? We have a
Yes.
couple of special guests we're just so excited about.
I know, we have so much
So-
ground to cover today as usual, so let's hit the ground running. First off, I want to say a big thank you and shout out to our sponsor, the Center of Advanced Wellness, and we actually have a guest from the Center of Advanced Wellness today, so everybody say hello to Casey.
Hi.
Hi, Casey. We are so
Hi.
happy you're here.
Hi,
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming
Thank
in.
you.
We've been
Nice to be
kind of
here.
singing your praises these last few weeks on the radio show, but now we want to get into some detail about what people can do at the center, because I know you guys have a membership that makes everything so much easier for people
Yes.
when they come in and get started. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, I would love to. And first off, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
Yes,
appreciate it.
we're excited to have you here.
So we actually have 5 different memberships.
Nice.
And I'll go through them fastly, quickly. So these are annual memberships, and the first one is a dependent plan.
Okay.
That one is only $30 a month.
Oh wow, $30
That's what it's
per
based
dependent?
upon. The payment arrangements can be
Flexible.
Yeah.
Great.
So then that dependent plan is for ages 0 to 25 with a parent,
Nice.
or 0 to 17 without a parent. The second membership we offer here at Center of Advanced Wellness is an independent plan, and that is based off of $50 monthly.
Mm-hmm.
The ages are 18 up to 64 years old.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And then we do have our senior citizen plan that is $75 monthly. That is ages 65 and up. If you have Medicare, this membership wouldn't support Medicare,
Right.
but we are in network with Medicare now,
Okay.
so that is a win there.
Nice.
Then we also have our family plan, which will cover up to 6 individuals. So say, and they don't even have to be your children or husband, just family, right? That one is $150 a month.
Wow.
And then our 5th one is actually the telehealth membership. And this is a cool one. It's only $25 a month, right? Anywhere in Texas, they can use the service.
Oh wow. I love the
Never having to
flexibility
come
of that.
in, yes, never having to come in. Everything telehealth, whether it be needing a medication filled,
mhm.
whatever it may be. And we will be going out into past Texas. I know we've got some things set up with not only Louisiana, but even Pennsylvania in the future.
Wow. Okay, so we're
yeah.
ready to go national, guys.
We also have we have the spa, and I'll let the estheticians talk about that. But I am now in the beginning of me being a coach for our wellness and weight management program.
Wow.
So if anybody's interested in that, you can come in, we'll do a free health assessment, see where you go. If it's not your time, it's not your time, but
Right.
if you're ready, it is.
Right.
And so we just got so much to offer. And with these memberships, you get unlimited office visits and only $10 copay per visit.
Nice.
Primary care, pediatric care, telemedicine, physical exams, a free annual physical and exam, blood pressure and vital checks, blood and urine testing, heart health checks, cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension monitoring, any pre-diagnosed diseases we can definitely help. From there, we also do the health checks and assessments. So
That's wonderful. You
yeah.
guys have all kinds of things to
What
offer.
I hear is just a ton of convenience, because when you have a family and you're trying to run to like 5 or 6 different places to take care of everybody's healthcare needs, so much time for people to be spent in the car,
Yeah.
chauffeuring people from one place to the next, and you even have that telehealth option. So if
Yeah.
the kids are sick, you don't have to bundle them into the car. You can call that doctor and get everything taken care of at home.
absolutely. And with, everything just now starting to go back from being arrested in your house from COVID,
Right.
we got stuff we got to do.
I was
Nice.
like, is that another story? We got arrested. But yeah, you're right.
We're also open on Saturdays from 9 to 1 for
Yes.
individuals that
Oh,
want to
that's
come
great.
in. We are currently giving zero cost COVID vaccines here.
Lovely.
We are also have set up a bunch of events in the community for businesses or business owners. Anyone that's interested, you can definitely let me know. We're doing zero cost vaccination events.
That's huge.
We want to try to get everything as close to pre-COVID normal as possible.
We
That
do
sounds
too.
wonderful.
Yay! So
Yeah,
how should
excited
people
about
get a
that.
hold of you? Should they go to the website, Center of Advanced Wellness, or do you have a telephone number?
So I actually have a telephone number. You can call me at 210-999-5523 and my extension is 1029. Or just call 210-999-5523 and ask for Casey.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much
Thank you
Yes.
for coming in. And we do
Absolutely.
look forward to you continuing to come
Yes.
in and just sharing even more with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you. All right, well, now that Casey has given us so much information about the deals and the easy way to get yourself set up with healthcare here at the Center of Advanced Wellness, it's time for us to talk about our top deals of the week in the grocery stores. Now, Brenda and I were having trouble deciding which would be our top deals because, y'all, there are so many out there right now at HEB in particular, but my favorite one, I know Brenda's still trying to decide what hers was.
There's so many.
My favorite is the free toothpaste that's available at Walgreens this week. So I've got the information over on jennifersaves.com. You can see the details. But if you are a Crest user, now is your time. You have 3 free boxes of toothpaste, would normally cost you $9 out of pocket. But by the time you use all of your coupons and discounts, they're going to be free to you, y'all. And as Brenda, I always say it, right? Who doesn't need free toothpaste?
Right. Everybody needs free
Everybody needs
toothpaste.
free
Oh,
toothpaste.
yes.
I don't care what's going on in your life. I want you to take care of your oral health. Brenda, what about for you? I know we were talking about some of the deals in the HEB app. What are your favorites this
I
week?
want to do alongside.
Get ready because she's
Oh my
got so
gosh.
much to share.
This is what happened. There's just so many deals that are going on, especially right now at HEB. Though there seems to be deal after deal after deal at every single store right now. So definitely, you know that the stores know that San Antonio has opened up, right?
Right, for
Because
sure.
they are definitely giving us those incentives to come in with those deals. But I want to talk about HEB and their 3 off of 5 basket. I want to talk about that because everybody can get in on that, on your toilet paper, your paper towels,
Oh,
your
yeah, the paper products
the
coupon.
paper products coupon.
Right.
So that's a really good coupon that you can use in conjunction with your manufacturer coupons
Right.
or your digital coupons. And there's definitely digital coupons to use with that.
Nice.
So I don't want to confuse anyone and have a full-blown class, okay, on live right now.
She can see me start to, well, see, this is how this works.
This
She's like,
is
shut
what's
up, Dad.
happening. But no, I think you guys definitely need to get to your HEB app. If you don't have an HEB app loaded, you want to go ahead and load that up. It's absolutely free. You want to look for this particular coupon that I'm talking about, and then you just kind of want to go into all your digital coupons, and you're going to see just a great just like, I don't even know, 4 or 5 different coupons. Did you see that, Jen?
Oh, yeah.
You
So
know,
if
with
you
it,
go
so they
in-
had like Hill Country coupons and you definitely can use that with that basket coupon.
Right, just go open up your HEB tab, go to the coupon section, and there's a little search function, and you can search for paper towels, and that will pull up the basket coupon that Brenda was talking about, but it'll also pull up all of the other paper towel coupons. And like she said, I think some of them are
This is
store
the
brands,
time. Yeah.
some of them are manufacturer brands, and you can layer those coupons together for additional savings. But like Brenda said, we're not doing a class on air today. We have the time for that.
Oh, we
so
have
we'll
a
talk
big
more
schedule.
about that a little bit later.
Yes,
but first we want to introduce one of our favorite couponers here in the San Antonio community.
That's right.
Which
Where's
one of
the
us gets
drum
to do it?
roll? All right, Jen, I'm going to let you have the honor, but this is very hard for me. Go ahead.
I want to say hello to Miss Johanna, who has been in the Saving Our Way community for many, many years. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And I wanted to talk to Johanna specifically today because she is one of the busiest women I know. Not only does she hold down a full-time job and a family, but she is a mom of multiples. So time management is such a big piece of the couponing hustle, and Johanna is just about as good at it as anybody I've ever seen. So we're going to pick her brain today and find out more about how she does that.
Awesome.
So let's get started with some basic information, Johanna. How long have you been couponing?
A little over 5 years, give or take.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've been, I started about 5 years ago. I took, at the time I had just met Brenda and I took her class, the online class that you guys will be
I don't want to interrupt you, totally interrupting. So she comes to my class and I know that she is just going to do awesome, Jen, because she comes fully prepared. She has her policy with her. She has some internet printables with her. She has a couple of manufacturer coupons. So I know she's ready to go. So I'm going to give it my all. She's not leaving until I understand that she understands what she's doing. You know what I mean when it comes to couponing. Go ahead, girl.
And it was one of the best investments personally and professionally that I've ever done. It's one of the best classes I've taken, and I recommend it to anybody and everybody who wants to save money and who doesn't.
Hear that? She recommends.
Yes, absolutely. It's so important that we, even though certain things may for some people may be out of reach with couponing, it honestly is not.
Right.
You can buy anything. You can find different deals, different ways to get anything that's available at HEB or any store. So
right. And I know that you started your couponing journey and really got the basics underneath you before you had kids.
Yes.
But once you had kids, the whole game changes, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Time management is key. Is key to going into the store. Like many parents, I have 2 to 3-year-old girls. I work a full-time job. I manage a total of about 20 people. So it's a normal 8 to 5 job. So you have to be prepared. You have to, know your policy, know what the deals are. So that's why it's really important to subscribe to savingourway.com or to jennifersaves.com so that you can go ahead and get all the deals before you go into the store.
Right.
And then, just make sure that I will actually go early in the morning in coupon. I will go during my lunch, or I will go after work. And even if you work full time, that doesn't mean that you can't go out and do the deals. You just have to manage your time.
Right.
Just like with anything else, just like with the kids, with we're doing dinner, with everything else, you have to manage and find time, make the time. But if it's important to you, just like paying any bill, it's going to be important to, it's important to go couponing as well.
That is such a great point, because you can't just go, I don't feel like paying the water bill this month.
Exactly.
I mean, you can, but there are going to be repercussions.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. So, I mean, and when it comes to being a family, a working family, or my husband works full time too, it's become part of my lifestyle because just like it's important to me to make sure that I have the things that my children need, and I want to pay full price for it. That's the big thing. I don't want to pay full price for it. I want to use my money towards something else.
Right. As a mom of multiples, you're paying full price twice.
Exactly.
Right? So that's even more of a concern. Now, a big question that a lot of new couponers have, and I think you'll be a good person to ask this of, do you take your kids to the store with you when you coupon, and why or why not?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So if I'm going to do a small deal, like I know, and this is why it's important to subscribe to the websites, because you can plan out what you're doing.
Right.
You know, so if I know that I'm only gonna do 2 or 3 deals, then yes, I will take my children with me to the store, to H-E-B, to Walgreens, wherever it is. But if I'm, you know, as part of my time management, I actually set aside a day or 2 a month, and literally I will go 4 or 5 hours, and I will go couponing for that long.
Right.
When it's that much time, I don't take my children with me because they, I mean, obviously they're gonna get too tired and, you know, fussy. So, no, but, you know, like I said, like I mentioned, it's important to me to save money, and the only way that I can do it is through my, you know, through coupons. So it's important to me to make the time to, you know, use my coupons and get the deals that I need.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know another big thing that's on a lot of parents' minds if they have little ones and your kids have just kind of grown out of this is the diaper prices are skyrocketing.
gosh,
So do you have
yes.
any tips on how to get a hold of diaper prices and kind of trim that down for people?
Again, it's one of the reasons why it's important to subscribe to the website, because there's so many deals and so many different deals that, you know, both, you know, Brenda and you guys put out, and H-E-B has great basket coupons that you can combine, you know, digital coupons that you can combine with the baskets. CVS has extra care bucks, you know, Walgreens has the points. I used, honestly, a combination of all 3 in order to get the best deal that I could. And each week I would look at everything, because, I mean, diapers are super expensive.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to say that we have had multiple conversations, Johanna and I know, Johanna, that we have discussed clearance.
Yes.
So as we speak today, now I know that this, we are also on live, so this live is gonna go on all year long. So this is a great tip. When you guys see that the diapers and wipes as today are on clearance, and there's also a 10 off of 50, and I don't know, is the 3 off of 15 still going on? But the thing is, clearance already, what we were seeing was half off on the diapers.
Right.
So it's definitely, like Johanna was saying, to follow our websites, get on our social medias, because we let them know when this is happening. And when it's happening is the time to run.
Right.
But not just to go and get a couple. Like, this would be your
Such a
stock
good point.
price. I do also want to mention, when I met Johanna and she came to my class 5 years ago, she had 0 children. But what I heard from her was, hey, I am going to start a family. And she asked that same question. How is it that I stock up?
Right.
And that was the first, and that's where our discussion came in. Hey, you know what? Not only are you following our deals, but as you coupon just month after month, as a couponer, you're gonna kind of get to know when the clearances come out at the the months that it does. You know what I mean? And definitely when it does, you don't question anything. You just get out there and run. There's no excuses. That's when you're pulling out, you know, money out of the cookie jar, which me and you have talked about before, for emergency runs. When things are half off and we're talking wipes and diapers, yeah, that's an emergency run.
Right.
So I just kind of wanted to bring that up, Johanna, because we've had multiple. We were out, I guess, what was that, last week? And we were also discussing, like, oh my God, the wipes. So they were 50 cents for wipes.
Right.
So.
And that doesn't go bad. That doesn't expire, right? If you take care of it, it's going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And I remember, Johanna, before you even had your kids, I remember you being pregnant and thinking ahead about the different diaper sizes that you were going to need. So I think a lot of new couponers get scared to stock up in advance, and they only want to get a week's worth of something at a time. And that's a mistake, right?
Correct. I stocked up on wipes so much that my kids are 3, they're about to be 4 in November, and I have yet to buy wipes.
Wow.
That's how much I stocked up on my wipes.
Yeah, we have this big old smile right there.
Yeah.
We
Literally
totally
for
understand,
3
like,
years.
yes.
It's important, but again, that's one of the things that's important to me, so I made sure to stock up on it. I don't do that obviously with everything, but it's important to take a look at the clearances. It's important to know to add the basket coupons, manufacturer coupons, and all that. And unless your baby is allergic, which obviously you're not going to know until the baby's born, the best advice I can give parents, especially new ones, is don't be so loyal to a brand specifically. Like I said, unless there's a specific allergy or a reaction, then don't, oh, my child only uses Huggies. Oh, my child only uses, this specific brand. No. With couponing, it's important to branch out and
Right.
and again, unless it's an allergy, then yeah, I understand you're only going to use one certain brand. But if your child doesn't, then don't, be okay with trying out other brands, because it's important to branch out and not just be specific to one thing.
Right, it's not a statement of who you are if your kids
Exactly.
are in country fair diapers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and like I said, I have yet to buy wipes. They'll be 4 in November, and I still have a couple of boxes left.
Well, and Brenda, you always say you're not loyal to the brand, you're loyal to the what?
To the coupon.
to the coupon.
That's right. Now, I do want to ask you, Johanna, you've been couponing for 5 years now.
Mhm.
Will you ever go back to paying full price?
Absolutely not.
I was
Not
like, it's
even-
not a trick question.
No, there's just no way. I mean, I have, I've been lucky enough to have a good enough stockpile. So now, and this is something that'll be built as people start doing. But now I shop for, specifically what my stockpile needs and my family needs. So I'm able to replenish what I have and still keep a good amount of stockpile. And that's because I maximize my coupons. Again, I'm not loyal. I have, Downy, I have Bravo, I have, you name it, Tide, every single brand, depending on
Whatever
deal
the
that
coupon is giving you,
is
whatever the
giving you.
deal is
Exactly.
giving you.
Exactly, that's
Well, and you know
biggest
what?
thing.
I love that you said, hey, you work full time, and so many people work full time. You have twins actually,
Mhm, yep.
so and they're what, 3?
3.
They're 3. So you know what? They're all over the place, I'm
Yes.
sure. But you have your priorities down.
Exactly.
You are going to pay your car payment, your house payment, and you're going to have your money for your couponing.
Exactly.
So that you'll never go backwards and pay that full price.
No.
You always run forward towards
Exactly.
the savings. Now I know that we had also discussed you got what you felt you needed before the kids came, and then of course when the kids were here, you kind of took off for how long?
About 1.5 years or so, I took off from couponing, and that's because my babies were little. But through
But
couponing, I didn't have to go to the store.
you set
for-
yourself up, and that's what I wanted
Exactly.
our listeners to hear. It's like, you know what, sometimes you have to take those couponing breaks, but you came back full force. You got your stockpile, you got everything that you needed that was gonna cost big bucks, like
Exactly.
diapers and wipes, and then when you were ready, you just hit the ground running like you never left.
Right.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about that.
When I first got back into couponing, I decided, I'm like, okay, well, my stockpile was kind of in certain things, it was dwindling down, and I'm like, okay, well, I need to kind of get back into it.
But you were out 1.5 years, you
In
said?
1.5 years, and I
That's
said,
insane.
yeah.
Good long run.
Exactly. And I never had to buy literally almost, unless you're everyday groceries.
Yeah.
But I thought I went back and I made sure that I pulled my policies. I made sure that I, looked up the website,
Yes.
what was the deals that was going on, and then I determined what I needed to replenish for my stockpile, what we needed at the moment, and then I set a plan.
There you
this
go,
day,
plan.
on Monday, I'm gonna go in the morning, I'm gonna do this. On Tuesday or during lunch, I'm gonna go and do this. After work, I'm gonna go and do this, this deal. Whatever it is, usually twice a day, I designate either the morning time or my lunch hour to go and do a deal real quick to what I need to do. So that I can, maximize what my savings, because as a working, mom, you have to make time for what's important, because just like anything else, I want to have the money to save on other things versus having to spend it on food, and my coupon
Paying
money
that
is
full price.
everything.
I'm sweating already. No,
No.
I can't.
Exactly. So no, I would never go back to not couponing.
Wonderful. Well, I know we have to take a music break in just a second, but before we go, Johanna, I want to ask you one last question. If you had one tip to give yourself as a new couponer back in the day when you started, what would it have been? What did you need to know earlier?
3 things. 1,
Oh, she's like,
know
great.
know your policies.
Great.
2, subscribe to the websites, all the social media, so you know the deals. And then 3, don't hit it like you have to go and buy every single deal. Take a look at your family. What does your family really need? What do you really need? And then determine from that point where you're gonna allocate your funds.
Right,
So that way, prioritize what you guys really need. I mean, yeah, you could probably get $100, packages of hot dogs, but are you guys gonna really eat them? There's deals like that out there. By all means, if your family is, then by all means, then that's what you go and get.
Right.
But if that's not, then no, just prioritize what you guys need, and don't go out and do every single deal, because you're gonna end up with stuff at home that you're not gonna use.
Don't let the coupon high totally take over. Is what I'm saying. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Johanna. We really
Thank you,
appreciate you
everybody.
letting us pick
Yes,
your
thanks
brain.
so much, Johanna. I'm
Thank you
super
for
excited
having
that
me.
you came in. And you know what? I feel like you were really an important guest to come in, because there's so many people that reach out to Jennifer King and I, and they say, what is it, Jen? We don't have time.
Right.
We just, we work as if me and Jen don't, just saying. We work and we're out, 40 hours, 50 hours, we have a family of, anywhere from 1 to 5 and, 1 child to 3 children. And so therefore, and I always think, well, you have to hit the stores at some point because of those children, they're hungry.
Exactly.
And I know you're going to the store. So as long as they're going to the store, they might as well take advantage and take those few minutes to look for the coupons at least, your store coupons.
Exactly.
So thank you for coming in.
you
It
guys
does
for
mean a
having
lot
me.
to us. I
Thank
think
you.
that our listeners and viewers got a lot out of your segment.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate being
Thank
here.
you. All right. Well, I think we're going to take a music
Yeah,
break.
we sure
so we will see you
are.
guys on the other side of that.
Like, what's going on?
And before we let Johanna go off of Facebook Live, I want to ask you one last bonus question, which is, as you're planning, do you use like paper to plan out your deals? Do you do it on your phone? How do you actually track everything?
On my, a lot of it is on my phone, but I do some things I actually write down.
Okay.
If just to kind of keep myself organized.
Right.
Just sometimes going through my phone, but a lot of it, if I know, like I take screenshots of your, the deals that you guys have blogged, or the deals that Brenda has blogged, and then I just screenshot those and kind of take a look at them. But a lot of times, I may have the screenshot of the deal, but I'll write down what I'm doing.
So you have kind of a double tiered approach.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people, what happens is that they have a plan in place and they kind of have it in their head, but they get to the store and everything is right out the window.
Exactly.
And I have found for myself the same thing. Even if I've written the deal myself and I put it on my website, if I don't actually write it down in my hand,
Everybody do us a
pen and
favor,
paper,
share.
I'm not going to remember.
Exactly. I'm the same way. I have the deals on my phone, but I still write things down. Just like a simple grocery list, I rate the deals that I'm gonna do as well. Not in full detail, but just to
Right.
kind of give me an idea and not feel so lost when I get to the store.
Right. Brenda, what do you do? Do you use everything on your phone, or do you also write out an old school list before you get into HEB?
Actually, I guess I do both,
Yeah.
because you know what, as I'm heading out the door, like any last minute, because I know how much I'm gonna save, I just make it a point I will jot it down.
Right.
So it's just like whatever anyone is comfortable with.
Right.
But it's to get in the habit, right?
Yeah.
So whatever your habit is, to get in the habit so that when you get to the store, you just don't pay that full price. When
Right.
we are in a hurry, that's definitely what ends up happening.
Yeah.
Is that we just start grabbing, and it's to learn how not to do that.
Right.
Not to be last minute and start grabbing, because before you know it, where you're like, okay, I'm gonna spend $50 for $150 worth of stuff, but when you get back into those old habits, you're paying $150 for $150 worth of stuff.
Exactly. And I think that's where breaking that habit of being brand loyal, like you were
Yes.
talking about, guys, I
Yes,
think that is
yes.
where people get into trouble,
Do us a
because
favor, share.
they kind of step out of their brain a little bit in the store, and they're like, well, I
35.
will just grab this because I know it.
I know exactly.
And they don't even look at the price.
Exactly. And my, yeah.
Oh, we're coming ready to come back on the radio, so say goodbye to Miss Johanna.
Bye
Thank
bye,
you guys
everybody.
so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we got 19, 18 seconds.
Final
Let's
countdown.
come on. Okay, 10, 9. Oh my God, this is like so much fun. Here we go.
right, and you are back with Brenda and Jen in the Saving Our Way Hot Topics Radio Hour. Well, we have a lot of dates to give you guys for upcoming couponing classes and couponing events here in San Antonio and then online for throughout Texas. So get out your calendars and jot these following dates down. First of all, if you didn't know, we actually did a coupon class for brand new couponers last week in our teaching group on Facebook, right? So that is available right now. If you go onto Facebook and you join the HEB Fines and Q Codes group, this is a super basic introductory session to coupons, like, you know, where do you get them? Not like how to clip them, but like, where do you get them? Which stores take them? Which stores have their own coupons? And it's like 40 minutes to really kind of jumpstart people's very, very beginning introduction to couponing. And that will be available for the remainder of the month, right, Miss Brenda?
That's right. We have that up there. For everybody's convenience, and definitely to our groups, invite your friends and family, especially if you feel that they're going to benefit. Now, let me tell you, yeah, they're going to benefit. So it doesn't matter to me whether or not you have a whole lot of money or no money at all. Definitely couponing is for everyone.
Right.
So especially if they are new, it's kind of cool when you come in with a friend or you come in with a family to check out that coupon class and then kind of do it together.
Yeah, we have found that when we teach our in-person classes, the folks that show up in pairs and they have a friend or they have a family member, those are the people who really can hit the ground running because they have someone in their corner to cheer them on as they're learning a new skill.
That's right.
And perfect timing because we have in-person classes coming back.
Oh my God, I know. Oh my God. High five. Yes, super excited.
Do you want to tell them the details or should I?
Oh, John, let's see. It's such good news. Let's both tell them. We can't talk over each other. Tell them, Jen. Tell them.
Okay, well, our classes in person are going to be right here at the Center for Advanced Wellness on July 31st. We have 3 different sessions to choose from, a 10:30 a.m. session, a 1:30 p.m. session, and a 4:30 p.m. session.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
You don't have to come to all 3. You can just pick one, right? And if you go to savingourway.com or if you go to jennifersaves.com, you can get the RSVP information. We do want reservations because there are really only so many seats to go around.
That's right. And that's why you should totally 100% take advantage, especially if you're new. There's been so many people, you know, to come out and ask, hey guys, when are you going to do that in person? I have taken your online class, but you know what? I need to take it a step further. I really need that, you know, one-on-one in person.
Right.
So definitely we're excited, and that's why we're going hard. We're not having one class, Jen.
Right.
We're having 3 for you guys' convenience.
Right, and we're not just doing in-person coupon classes. We'll have those on July 31st, but then the following week we will have those online classes as
For your convenience.
For your convenience. So if you work, if you're not able to arrange for childcare, you have that option. Now, I know our next guest, Miss Laura, took one of our online classes back in the day, right? So that is, if you're the person who can learn through listening as opposed to learning more hands-on, the online classes can be a great choice for you. Laura, do you remember much about your online coupon class when you took it?
Yeah, I do. I was very confused about the whole process. I met Brenda and she would tell me, you know, go listen to the lives and things like that, and I had a hard time. I was like, I just forget it. I don't get it. And then I saw her again and
I was like, you're coming back. Get over here.
Brenda doesn't let people walk away.
She's like, have you done it? Have you tried? And I'm like, I don't get it. And I don't. So I finally did. We sat down and we talked about it. Oh my gosh.
Well, and you came into an in-person class, and I really do think that that is just kind of what made all of the difference, right?
Yes.
When she came in, because then she was in front of me, and as we were going through the slideshow, then she could ask that question. Hey, you know what? What about this? What about this? And in our classes, Jen, we allow, it's, you know, actually online or in person, for you guys to take photos.
Oh, absolutely.
And she did take photos, and I know that that kind of helped her with like the basket coupon, the piggyback situation.
Right.
So she also, to me, took it a step further by doing that, so she would leave knowing, you know, all the basics.
Right. And I think that's so important for people to be aware that if you've taken that online class and the learning style just didn't work for you, you can absolutely still come in to an in-person class, or vice versa. Come to the in-person class and then like really cement your learning by listening to the online class the following week. They're all free. We just need to know that you're coming so that we can set aside a chair for you. That is literally all there is to it.
Right. We make it easy.
Laura, I did want to pick your brain about something else besides just couponing today. I know in your other life. You're not just a couponer, but you're also an insurance agent. Is
Yes,
that correct?
That is correct.
And we had some really big news today about the Affordable Care Act that the Supreme Court just this morning
So
said, yeah, you know
excited.
what? The Affordable Care Act is going to remain the law of the land, so people will have access to insurance that doesn't necessarily have to be tied to their employer anymore. And that's something that they can reach out through you for, to get insurance regardless of their personal situation, right? There are more options than there used to be.
Yeah, you know what, I'd actually have to, I did see the article, but I'd have to look more in depth in it, because normally, as of yesterday, you don't have a choice between taking insurance from your employer or the affordable health care. If
Okay.
your employer offers insurance, then you will not get a subsidy, which is a part of your policy that the government pays if you qualify. You will not be eligible for a subsidy. So that would be one thing that we would need to definitely clarify. If
And
that's
this is where
brand
we
new.
reach out to the experts to get the up-to-date information. So give us a little bit of overview on if somebody does qualify for a subsidy, what are the steps for them to go ahead and get themselves set up?
All they need to do is call me, and I'll do it for them.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll do everything for them. I'll just ask them like a handful of questions, because being qualified is based on income, the size of your family, and your zip code,
Okay.
because it's different outside Bear County.
Okay.
Other counties are different, and ages.
Okay.
So it's really hard when people ask, well, can you just give me an idea of how much it would be? Well, it's just not that easy. You have to,
It's
there's a lot of
personalized,
questions you have to
right?
ask, yes.
But it sounds like some basic information that they can give you, and you can get them set up for that journey pretty
Yes.
rapidly once they sit down and call you. Now, is there an open enrollment period that they have to kind of target and get in at a certain time?
Normally, the enrollment period is during November and December.
Okay.
But right now, with the act that our president put in place, we have a special enrollment period right now, and it's going to be going on until August 15th. So
Okay.
even
I
if you've
love that, so
applied,
take advantage.
yeah, even if you've applied before and the rate was high, in addition to that, they have changed the guidelines. So income-wise, your plan would be less expensive.
Oh, wow.
Then. Yeah.
So there's a genuine like new window of opportunity.
Yes.
So even if you felt like you weren't this wasn't available to you in the past, that might not be the case now.
Right.
Totally
Okay.
not the case. That's wonderful. Everybody should try.
Yes, for sure. If your employer doesn't offer insurance, definitely try. Either way, just call me, and I will make sure that I have the up-to-date info.
And you will also help people if they're trying to narrow down and select Medicare plans, right?
Definitely, yes. When people are turning 65, they start getting inundated with mail. It's phone calls, mail. I will definitely help them based on their needs, find a plan, and I will be personally there to help them if they're along the way, if they're having a hard time looking things up, or if they're not really savvy with the technology. I'll definitely help find your doctors. If you need to change your plan, I'll help you with that too.
Right.
So I'll just be there, just a phone call away.
That level of support is, I think, so important, because I remember when my mother-in-law turned 65, and it was like someone switched a on switch onto her mailbox, because she just started getting letters from everywhere, and she was like, I don't know what to do. Do I have to
It's
answer all of these?
definitely
How do I
overwhelming.
negotiate this? Yeah. And she kind of wanted to just throw up her hands and walk away. Had we known you were out there, we could have been like, Laura, please help us sift through everything and tell us what to do.
Right.
Well, you know what I do want to share, that I personally have worked with Laura, helping my mother, who's 75 years old. She's on Medicare, and she was doing that. We were both together. It's like, Mom, I don't even know which letter to open first. It's like just throw it in a fish tank and pick one,
Right.
But I called Laura immediately, and the first thing you did for us, Laura, is you just calmed us down, and that's what I love, because I'm talking to a professional. Before I can get anything out of my mouth, she was just telling me the way it works and scheduling an appointment to come in, and it really did. My mom being 75 years old, she had me going,
Right.
and so we were both nervous. But as soon as Laura just started talking, it was just peace and calm. I was like, Mom, she got this. She'll come in, and that's what I loved. She set an appointment. She came to our home. You know what I mean? And she sat us down, and she got the best plan for my mom. So
That's
it was
awesome.
that discussion with them, and what I loved is it wasn't, yes, I was there to support my mom, but Laura's talking to her client, Laura's talking to my mother, and saying, hey, Victoria, how do you feel about da-da-da? I think your best plan probably will be, you have options, you have choices. And, you know what, the way you said things, Laura, it was just, like she could understand, and she was able to pick what she wanted.
Right.
So definitely we have to give information out on how to get a hold of this woman,
Yes,
because
absolutely.
oh my God, yeah, you definitely make the time and, you know, effort to help out like 100%. And I love that you didn't leave until she had a plan. Like she's like, I'm not leaving until I help you.
Right.
So
Because that it's not just having level of expertise, because there are people out there, but it's a way of being able to communicate that expertise and people feel comfortable. Because that's what insurance is supposed to be about, is peace of mind, right? Setting aside that for your family, knowing that you've set your family up for success. But if people are kind of drowning in the details, they don't get there,
Right.
right? So
Right.
that's where you can come in and provide that for them.
Yeah, and it's need based. If you have doctors that you see already, that's the first thing we're going to do. It's based on your priority. If you love your doctors, that's where we start. If you're like, oh, I don't care, whatever, then we'll go based on whatever the next
Priority is.
priority. Yeah.
So like Brenda said, we have to be able to make sure that everybody knows how to get a hold of you. So what's your contact information?
You can call me at 210-789-1061.
I love that you said that nice and slow so everybody could write that down. Brenda's writing it down like she doesn't already have the number. Say it one more time for us.
we need to let everybody know.
It is
And your first and last name, Laura.
Laura Martinez Aguilar, 210-789-1061.
And again, they have until, you said, August 15th to hit this current window of enrollment.
That is for the Affordable Care Act.
Okay.
Yes. And then Medicare open enrollment is in October to December the 7th, and it goes into effect in January. However, there are special enrollment periods throughout that people may qualify for. All they have to do is call me, and I'll find out, ask questions, and see if maybe we're eligible for a special.
So what I'm hearing you say is there's never a bad time to call
No,
you.
not at all. Even if you're, if your birthday's in December, call me, because I won't forget. I will make sure that I'm calling you right before your open enrollment period, which is a different period when you're turning 65.
Okay.
But I'll make sure that I get in touch with you with enough time to go over everything and make sure you understand.
That is so important. So
Yes.
I really thank you for that.
Yes, Laura, thank you so much. So we're going to ask you one more time, nice and loud into the mic.
Okay.
If they want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
My number is 210-789-1061.
All right, well, we appreciate you coming in. I know that you're really important in my mom's life, and I know that you will be really important in so many others. People need this, especially at this time.
Absolutely.
And that's why the president opened that up. I love that. But you're just the perfect woman to come in and help.
Thank you.
Now, before we let you go, Ms. Laura, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Johanna before we did our break. What's the one tip that new couponers need to know about how to organize their time? Because I heard you, as you're talking about your career, talk about follow-up, talk about time management, talk about writing things down. Do you use that in your couponing too?
I do. When there is a deal going on, I always write down exactly what I'm going to get. And when I get to the store, I have a calculator, because there are times where, say that we're expecting to pay $3.29 for a bottle of shampoo. To get to the deal, we're going to get a basket coupon that goes into effect. However, this did happen to me. The shampoo was $2.99.
Oh, that 30 cents makes a difference.
It did, because I was buying like 6 bottles.
Yeah.
So I was under with the basket coupon. So I would write my deal down, and I would also take a calculator and make sure that you know that it's before tax.
Right. We get that question a lot in our classes. People are like, before or after tax? I'm like, always before tax, y'all. So important. Well, thank you so much for taking time.
Thank you so much.
for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ms. Brenda, this is a good time for us, since we were talking about coupons, to give everybody an overview about the deal that's available in San Antonio for people who need to get themselves set up with coupons. What do they need to do to make sure coupons are coming to their door every single Sunday, and to do it super cheap?
Yes, hey everybody. So we do have a special promotion with the Express News. Now remember, back in the day, I used to go to the store and pay $5 for just one paper. Just to get home and say, well, where the heck are the coupons, for God's sake?
Yeah, that happened
Well,
to
yeah,
me
was
more than once.
not in the paper, that's for sure. So anyway, my special promotion is, hold on, and I want to ensure, right, that you do get all of your inserts in the paper. So my special promotion is Dollar Express News. You guys will get 5 papers at the foot of your door every single Sunday. It is 20 papers for $20. I call it the 20-20-20. 20 papers for $20 a month, and you get a $20 gift card for
Nice.
signing up. So for the price of that one paper,
Right.
Johanna, do you love that?
Oh my
The
God.
price of the one
One
paper,
paper.
you're getting 5. Now I know that Johanna has subscribed.
Yes.
And she has reached out on Facebook every time on a Sunday to say, hey, thanks. You know? Thanks, I needed that coupon money. So in order to save big, what you're gonna need, well, Jen, is coupons. So if you are trying to do the scenarios at the store, exactly like Jen and I put out, what you're gonna need is coupons.
Right.
So like I said, at the store, for one paper is $5, or you can get our special promotion for that same price of $5. You can get 5 papers. Now you could do what Johanna was saying, which is kind of stockpiling at the lowest price using your coupon money, just stocking up, especially like she was stocking up to have some time off to have her
Right,
baby.
right.
But you know, she could do that since she was getting 5 wipes, 5 diapers,
Right.
5 of this, 5 of that, just kind of everything you need. So
And it's a
definitely you
time
want to
management
grab
piece
that
too,
deal.
right? Because Johanna doesn't have time with her kids to be running around trying to get the coupons.
No, absolutely don't have
You
the
need
time
that
for
time
that.
to go to the store, you need that time to be with your family.
Exactly.
So Brenda, where do they go to get information about this deal?
So it's really easy, savingourway.com.
Mhm.
So that's it, savingourway.com. You definitely want to, put in your email while you're at work, you're busy, you're doing your thing. I'm writing the deals all day long, telling you guys where to go for these deals, so that when you get home or you get ready to go to the store, you go into your email, all the deals are right there, super convenient for
Boom,
you.
boom, boom. And
I
then you
know.
can go and look just for the Express News icon to
Mhm.
get the information about the
That's
discount
right.
subscription.
That's right.
Now,
And that's what you want to do, because don't pay $5. Like Jen was saying, in order to ensure that you are going to get the coupons, you're not running to the store, because that is not 100%. Do you think it's any percent at all that you're going to get the
it's
coupons?
getting less and less likely because
Yeah.
the coupons are guaranteed for subscribers, and then anything that's left over at all, then that's going to go to retail. So
Right.
why take that chance?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, what would you say for new couponers? Should they sign up for their newspapers before they come to class, or wait till they come to class?
Yeah, I would say before, because when you come to class, we're giving you the deals. So why are you waiting until the last minute?
Right.
We are giving you, 5 to 6 deals. If you want to get out there and run. And so many of, our members that come in to take the class, they're ready to run. They're there because they want to learn how to coupon.
Absolutely.
And what a disappointment when they say, well, out of the 6, I can maybe do 1.
Right.
And I'm there saying, we did put different commercials out to get your paper now, so that you can run and get those deals when we have the coupon class.
So if you're planning on coming to our in-person class at the end of July, or even thinking about taking those online classes in the first part of August, now's the time to go ahead and get yourself set up with that newspaper subscription, and that way you can be like Johanna and come in with your stack of coupons and be like, tell me how to use these things.
Yes, absolutely.
So don't
Oh,
lose that
Johanna was
time.
ready. But there's so many people that come to the class, they do come in with their coupons. They did order their Express News, and they really are ready to run. And honestly, they're going to have a successful haul because they are prepared, and they're listening to our words, Jen. They're listening to our words. And, we're promising to just give you all those pieces of the puzzle to learn how to save.
Right.
But now you got to do the work. I saw that Johanna knew, and she was setting herself up to do the work. She just said, show me the way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
And that, I think, is the overarching theme of today, is talking about the hustle and the time management
Right.
component, because we can
Right.
give people the knowledge, we can give people the resources, but I can't give you that spark. You have to bring that spark and that
Exactly. You have to
drive.
have it. You have
right?
to have it in you.
Yeah. You have to have that reason. For you, it was for your kids and for your family. I know for you, it's been your parents over the years and your kids, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it was just that, oh my gosh, how can I possibly waste that extra money? And paying full price, it feels so wasteful when I could be doing other things that benefit my family long term instead of just kind of making it rain at the grocery store.
Yeah, and you know what? It's just a nightmare to think of the old me 12 years ago paying full price. What do you think, Johanna? Is it a nightmare for you to know that you were paying full price for things when the store allows you to pay that lower out of pocket?
Lower out of pocket. I mean, it's a nightmare. It's awful. That's the way you look at it. And you know, and it's, you're talking about, you know, your savings and all that. It's you think about it. I mean, I was looking at my HB app, and over, I think since I opened it, I've saved over $2,900.
Oh my God.
That's a vacation right there. So
yeah, cheerleading outfit on.
Exactly. So it's so important to save, because you can use that money, you know, towards your
To
vacations.
do so much more. I
so
always
much
say
more.
that. Yeah.
And again, the thing that I always talk about too is that the time that you're saving is so extraordinary. We have, all three of us, had life interfere, and having that stockpile when kids get sick, when family
How
members
about that
get
virus
sick.
that hit? Were you not happy you had a
Yeah,
stockpile?
Yeah, I wasn't having to
Gosh,
make that
yes.
decision when we weren't sure what being in public looked
Right,
like.
right.
I was okay to
Hey,
stay home for a
everybody.
while because I had that in advance. I was prepared for
Exactly.
that.
For me, it was for my family, it was a huge blessing, because a lot of my family, obviously, you know, with the limited supplies, they all came to my house.
Yeah.
You know, I couponed honestly for 4 or 5, you know, families, as you know, my brother, my
Members,
sisters, my mother, and all that. And when COVID hit, I honestly told them, look, don't go to the stores, just come here. I had enough in my stockpile that I was able to provide for them, and that meant so much, because, you know, that meant that somebody else who needed that product was able to get it, and, you know, they weren't out there.
Right.
And it meant so much to me. And I was, you know, and without couponing, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Right. You wouldn't have been able to help keep your family safe
Exactly.
and protected during that time of great stress and uncertainty.
You never know when an emergency is just going to arise.
Yeah, so important. I mean, you've seen me do this. I'm the clumsy one in the group, so I will every year or so just take a really bad fall and I can't walk for a while, right? And
I'm like, there she goes.
Brenda's like, just pick her up. It's fine. Keep moving. But then I know that I can take it easy for a couple of weeks and lay off my knee and my ankle because I've got everything there. So if you're that person, you're like, why do I never feel like I can get ahead? You know, maybe you have a couple of weeks this summer or a couple of weeks this fall, and you can really dedicate yourself to building that stockpile, because it will pay off in ways you just can't even imagine.
Well, and once you start, honestly, you'll just never go back. There's no reason to, because you'll really understand that no matter what store, CVS, you know, Walgreens, Dollar General, you know, HEB, they allow you to use coupons and they allow you to save in their store.
Right?
So at that point, you just never want to pay full price.
Yeah, for sure. It
You don't
benefits
have to.
them. I think that's a lot of things that new couponers or non-couponers don't understand.
Well, it definitely gets us back at the store, you're right.
Yeah.
It just continues to get us back there.
It drives their sales, and then they get reimbursed from the companies who produce the coupons, so it's a win-win for everybody. And I think a lot of new non-couponers think, oh, I'm creating a hassle for the cashier, right? I don't want to do that because what if somebody looks at me funny?
Johanna's nodding her head like, yeah.
It doesn't, you know, that shouldn't be your priority. You know, yes, somebody's gonna be inconvenienced, you know. I've had huge chores where I've told somebody behind me, look, it's gonna be a while, if you're okay, I mean, and I'm gonna, you know, take a minute. So if you wanna get another cashier or go to another lane, by all means, you know, it's something simple to do, but
they want to watch half the time.
yeah, half the time they do. They want
Like
to I want to learn what you're
99% of the
doing.
time they
I want
wanna
to learn
watch.
what you're doing, and you know, and to teach somebody, you know, and then show them. They're like, oh, well, how do I do this? You know, and then that's when I tell them about, you know, savingourway.com and the classes and all that. But yeah, I mean, it can get, for some people, it can be, you know, a little edgy sometimes to be in that situation. But just, you know, just be let somebody know. And some people get mad, some people don't, and some people want to learn. So.
Right. And for people who are super anxious, like I am, there's always the self-scan option where
Yes.
you can go and do that yourself, right?
Absolutely.
And HEB, CVS has that now. I know other
Yeah, and
stores
back
are
in the day,
testing
we
it.
didn't have that, but we do have the option now, so it's a
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So you can honestly go in and just feel comfortable.
So important.
All
All
right,
right.
then.
Anything else, Miss Johanna, before we let you go that you feel really, really needs to be shared with the couponing audience?
No, not necessarily, specifically, just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to branch out to you or
I like
Brenda.
that,
Go
Johanna.
online and subscribe, and take a chance, You're not losing anything, literally. You're actually making money.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Everything to gain. So don't when you first get started, it's gonna be frustrating, but that's why there's go to savingourway.com or go to jennifersaves.com or and message one of the admins. We're all here to help.
Yeah.
You can always do that. So don't feel overwhelmed, and just have fun.
Yeah.
And just have fun with it, and just enjoy the fact that you just saved hundreds of dollars.
We have a smile and joy. They're like, yes, that sounds good.
Yes. So that's it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Ms.
Johanna, for
and
coming
thank
in.
you to Laura as well for
Thank
both
you,
of you guys sharing
Laura.
your expertise and time with us today. We also want to thank our sponsor one more time, Center of Advanced Wellness. If you guys were interested in learning more about all of those deals and memberships that Casey was talking about, you can just reach out to her at centerofadvancedwellness.com, or you can call at 210-999-5523. There are 2 locations in San Antonio to choose from. You can come over here to 8723 Botts Lane. Remember, that's where we're going to be having our coupon class later on in the summer. Or you can go to the new location at TBC Parkway right across the street from Los Palacios.
Congratulations to them. They just opened up that center, so I know that they're super excited about that.
We need to go take a field trip and take a look around shortly.
That's right.
And one last time, let's give everybody our contact information as well. So you need to go to savingourway.com to get all of Brenda's deals.
That's right. Subscribe.
And you can come over to my website, jennifersaves.com, and subscribe there as well for all of my deals. Both of us cover HEB, Target, Dollar General, Walmart, the drugstores. Like you
If
said,
you want to save, just subscribe.
nothing to lose,
Just do it.
everything to gain. We will
That's
send
right.
all of that information and all of the math to you in your email, and you just need to print it out, write it down like Johanna said, and execute it. Well, we amazingly have come to the end of our
It
hour.
just goes by so quick. Oh my gosh. But I'm looking at you like, come on, girl. It's over.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
So we hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday afternoon. Stay cool out there if you can, and we'll be talking to you next Thursday at noon. Bye-bye, you guys. Happy couponing.
Happy couponing, everybody.